Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Sahib Singh. Welcome to my channel Guide Dental. So the topic for today's video is going to be general medicine. This is the third and the final part of the subject or the video. This is the third video. So whatever topics I'm mentioning in my videos are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guide Dental, the link for which is provided in the description. Now coming on to viral hepatitis. In viral hepatitis you need to know the definition, the types of viral hepatitis, that is A, B, C, D and E, and their specific microbiology with emphasis on the route of transmission and carrier state in all the 5 types. This thing can be done for microbiology second year also. In clinical features, you need to mention any 4 to 5 features in each phase, that is pre-icteric, icteric and convalescence phase. In investigations, focus on CBC, that is complete blood count, liver function test and serological or antibody testing. In treatment, as we all know, there is no specific treatment, but you can avoid cause and the indications of admission or hospitalization, that you can mention any 4 to 5 indications in your answer. Complications, mention any 3 to 4 names. In post-exposure prophylaxis or PEP regimen, you just need to know it for a short note, that is 1 paragraph will do. Now, next topic is diabetes mellitus. In diabetes mellitus, you need to know the definition with specific emphasis on blood glucose levels above which it is known as above which diabetes is diagnosed. Classification, know the primary and secondary classification in detail. The clinical features in detail for both type 1 and type 2. Investigations, you need to know the blood glucose levels, that is very important, above which diabetes is diagnosed. In treatment, you need to know the general goals of therapy for diabetes mellitus, oral hypoglycemic drugs in detail, that can be done from pharmacology, and that is for type 2 as we all know, and with dosages also. The dosages are also very important. Diabetes mellitus is very frequently asked as a long note, so the drug dosages are also important. In complications, you need to know the acute and chronic. In acute, just know the names of the 3, that is diabetic ketoacidosis and hypoglycemia. In chronic, the microvascular complications are to be discussed in detail, and the macrovascular, only the names of the complications will do. Coming to the next topic, hypo and hypercalcemia, in which you need to know the definition of the two, etiological causes of the two in detail. The clinical features concentrate mainly on typical clinical features, example moans, groans, stones in case of hypercalcemia and tetany in case of hypocalcemia. These two are just examples, but you need to study other typical clinical features also in detail. In radiological features, you need to know in general for the two, just one paragraph will do. In investigations, you need to know regarding the levels of parathormone, alkaline phosphatase, calcium and phosphate in blood in case of the two, and specific emphasis on hyper and hypothyroidism. In treatment, you need to know the pharmacological drugs or the treatment mainly, and indications of parathyroid activity in case of hypercalcemia. Next topic is Bell's palsy, very frequently asked as a short note and very useful in dentistry also, as we very frequently encounter cases of Bell's palsy in our clinics. So you need to know the definition, synonym, that is infranuclear nerve palsy, the mechanism behind the same, that can be done from anatomy, general anatomy first year. Clinical features in detail with special mention of Bell's phenomenon. Differential diagnosis, mainly Ramsay-Hunt syndrome and bilateral facial palsy, these two are to be discussed. Treatment, the general measures, physiotherapy, pharmacological treatment in detail, and surgical treatment, only the names of the surgeries. Next topic is tetanus. You need to know the synonym, that is lockjaw, etiology and route of infection, risk factors, types of tetanus, only the names, clinical features in detail with special emphasis on postures in tetanus, as we all know is opisthotonus or arch back position. That's just one of the clinical features which you need to mention other clinical features also. In treatment, you need to know the general treatment, supportive treatment for tetanus, 1 para will do, and the pharmacological treatment as usual in detail. Prophylaxis, you can do the vaccines for tetanus from microbiology second year. Meningitis, coming to the next topic, that is meningitis, you need to know the definition, etiology, that is names of bacterial, fungal and viral microorganisms. Acute bacterial meningitis is to be studied in detail in meningitis. So if a long question is asked on meningitis, you automatically describe acute bacterial meningitis. In this, you need to know the etiopathogenesis, Do from any flowchart if it's given in any of the books, if possible. Then the clinical features, explain in detail, and special emphasis on bleeding disorders, nuchal rigidity, Kernig's sign, and Brud-Zinke sign. Investigations, you need to know the CSF cerebrospinal fluid features in detail, blood culture features from microbiology in detail, the treatment, that is antibiotic and steroid therapy in detail, and the complications, only 3 to 4 names will do. Coming to the next topic, typhoid enteric fever. This 99% comes as a long note. So you need to know the definition, synonyms, microbial etiology, modes of transmission and incubation period, clinical features in detail, and don't forget to mention about the rose spots. That's a typical pathognomonic sign in typhoid. Investigations, you need to know CBC, that is complete blood count, and vital tests in detail from microbiology second year. And blood and stool culture, the blood is the gold standard for diagnosis in typhoid, so that you need to know in detail. The vital test and blood and stool culture can be done from microbiology second year. And typhoid test, you can just mention what it is, 1 or 2 lines will do. Treatment, you need to know the general supportive measures and antibiotics in detail. And complications, as usual, 3 to 4 or 5 names will do. Next is HIV or AIDS. You need to know the risk factors, etiology. Etiology, focus on the basic structure of HIV and CD4 plus infection mechanism that can be explained from microbiology. Then the modes of transmission in detail. Clinical features, only names of opportunistic infections. Oral manifestations of HIV have to be mentioned for sure. That is group 1, group 2 and group 3 lesions. They might ask you separately only that oral manifestations of HIV AIDS. So the group 1, group 2, group 3 lesions are very, very important. Then the investigations, you can do ELISA in detail from microbiology, and the rest of the investigation only mention 2 or 3 names. In treatment, you need to know the highly active antiretroviral therapy, that is HAART, in detail, and the post-exposure prophylaxis or PEP regimen, that is only in brief. The next topic is herpes simplex. Herpes simplex, you need to know the etiological microorganisms, that is herpes simplex 1 and 2, and the areas where they cause infections. As we know, herpes 1 is above the stomach or above the gut, and herpes 2 is basically genital infections. Then you need to know the sources of infections and mode of transmission, the clinical features of HSV1 in detail, and HSV2 only in brief, 2 or 3 features will do. Then recurrent and latent infection in brief. Investigations, mainly lab diagnosis on basis of smear, immunofluorescence, viral culture, serum antibodies. These all can be studied from microbiology. Treatment, you need to know the chemotherapy or the pharmacological medications in detail. Next topic is varicella zoster or chickenpox. You need to know the etiology, mode of transmission, clinical features in detail, with special emphasis on the appearance and distribution of rashes. Then shingles, what it is, that is reactivation of varicella zoster. Latent virus reactivation, where it is latent, clinical features, make sure to mention cropping in detail. Then investigations, the viral culture mainly, only that you have to study. In treatment, you need to know the periods of rest. There is no specific treatment, as we all know, so you can study about the suppression of symptoms, that is steroid creams or steroid therapy, and optimal nutrition. Then the infectious mononucleosis, you need to know the synonyms, etiology, mode of transmission, only saliva transmission. Incubation period, clinical features, mainly the prodromal symptoms and the symptoms according to age. Then the investigations, you need to know the lab findings in brief, heterophile antigen test in detail from microbiology, serological test in detail. And treatment, there is no specific treatment, so rest and analgesia you need to know, and study about the steroid treatment in complicated infectious mononucleosis. And complications, just 3 to 4 names. Diphtheria, you need to know the etiology, mode of transmission, incubation period, types of diphtheria, 1 line explanation in each kind of diphtheria, that's it. Clinical features, 2 to 3 points in all the types of diphtheria. Investigation, Schick test in detail from microbiology. Differential diagnosis, only 3 to 4 names will do. Treatments, separately 1 to 3 lines in cases, contacts and carriers. Basically, these are the 3 types of patients in diphtheria. So you need to study the treatment under these subheadings. Prophylaxis, do DPT vaccine from microbiology, and complications, 3 to 4 names will do. Next is gonorrhea. Gonorrhea, you need to know the etiology, mode of transmission, with emphasis on most common sites of inoculation in males and females. Then clinical features, separately study male and female clinical features. Investigations, you need to know the smears, culture in detail, and enzyme immunoassay, only the name will do. treatment, antibiotic treatment regimen, and any 2 to 3 drugs, whichever treatment regimens are easy to learn. Next is measles, mumps, and rubella. In MMR or measles, mumps, rubella, you need to know, in measles, you need to know etiology, transmission, incubation period, clinical features, that is pre-eruptive, eruptive, and post-eruptive. Mention Koplik spot for sure. Then investigation, serological testing, treatment. In brief, mumps, you need to know the etiology, transmission, incubation period, clinical features, complications in detail, and treatment. Rubella, we need to know the etiology, transmission, incubation period, clinical features, prodromal and the rash. Describe about the rash. Investigation, that is throat swab and serum antibodies, and treatment. Congenital tubercular syndrome, just you need to know that what it is, only 2 to 3 lines in Viva they might ask you. And MMR vaccine, that you can do from microbiology. Infective endocarditis, you need to know the etiological microorganism, mechanism of causation due to dental extractions, types, clinical features of both. Mainly focus on extracardiac manifestations in both, and don't forget to mention clubbing, splinter hemorrhage, and Osler's nodules and Janeway's nodules in acute infective endocarditis. Investigations, you need to know the blood culture, echocardiogram for vegetations, and major and minor diagnostic criteria. Treatment, you need to know the antibiotic treatment, and prophylaxis. There is a chart for antibiotic prophylaxis in dental patients, so that you need to know in detail. Malabsorption syndrome, you need to know the definition, etiology, only the names, clinical features in general in brief, investigations, blood and biochemical tests in detail, and barium flow test and Schilling test in brief. Treatment, you need to know that only treatment is rest and supplement. There is no specific treatment. Pulmonary tuberculosis, asked as a long note, you need to know the definition, classification, etiology, risk factors, mode of transmission, types of pulmonary tuberculosis, in which we need to know about miliary tuberculosis, Gons complex, Ranke's complex, everything in detail. Clinical features, just general you can do. Physical examination, explain about V's, Ronchi, and Rales. In investigation, you discuss about tuberculin skin test, chest X-ray, and sputum culture. Complications, 3 to 4 names. Treatment, you need to know the general measures. First line therapy, that is very important. The names of the respiratory drugs, that is rifampicin, ethambutol, streptomycin, pyrazinamide, and isoniazid NH. Second line therapy, only 2 to 3 names of drugs will do. And the DOTS regimen, directly observed treatment course, that is very important. Malaria, you need to know the etiology, that is names of all 4 Plasmodium and what type of malaria they cause. And the life cycle of Plasmodium, that you can do from microbiology. Incubation period, clinical features, focus on malarial febrile paroxysms in detail. Complications of Plasmodium falciparum malaria, which includes black water fever and cerebral malaria in detail. Lab diagnosis can be done from microbiology, and treatment, you need to know the anti-malarial drugs, quinine and chloroquine treatment in detail. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the third part or the final part for general medicine. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guidental. Thank you so much.